content today. We're going to mix and match throughout, but about 30 minutes of that will be Rogue Pandas, and then each of the other projects will be about 10 minutes. Just want to be upfront with that. We have a bunch of questions kind of lined up. I'm happy to have different projects speak. Just kind of off the start, I think we're going to go around. I don't want to just throw a question to like one person and kind of roll with that. I want to keep it mixed in. But yeah, so we'll get everyone mixed in off the start. We're going to be starting with, first off, like who are you? What is your project? What is the driving force behind the creation of your project? And we'll go from there. Rogue Pandas, Rashi, would you like to kick us off?
Okay, so I'll just take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Rashi. I'm based in Sydney, Australia, and I have a background in architecture. So about the Rogue Pandas, it's an NFT project on the Solana blockchain. And basically, I was inspired by the co-founder, Rish, who's also my husband, unfortunately, to go with Rogue Pandas. So because I have a background in arts and Rish has a background in IT, and we both are into cryptocurrencies. And when we started listening to Gary Vee, and when the NFTs were getting so popular back in the late 2020s, we were really, we really had this motivation that we could be on the creator side, and we decided to come up with an NFT that has a very promising roadmap and something in which my investors could benefit, and in which the art was good and it had a high utility and something that was long term. And that's how we came up with Rogue Pandas. So Rogue Pandas is basically a collection of 7777 tokens. The mint price is 0.777, and it's basically pandas, and the traits are more than 350. And the highest utility that we could create is by coming into a gambling metaverse and a metaverse casino. And that's how the whole, this is just a fair little bit concept about the Rogue Pandas.
Perfect. Is the 7777 and all that, is that all the casino related, like the good luck number?
Yes, good luck.
There we go. And the one other question that I had right there was, when you're calling them tokens, is that because there is a token attached to the NFT? Or are you saying there's 777 tokens? Like, how's that kind of working?
So when I say tokens, it means NFTs.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Rashi, for kicking us off. We're going to give all the other projects a chance to introduce themselves. Then we're going to deep dive into, Rogue Pandas a bit more. We're going to go into all the others as well. In between, whenever somebody's not speaking, I will just ask them to mute their mic, just for the others, so we don't have anything hot there. Let's go over to our next speaker, Ashley. Would love to hear from you. I know that you have both projects in the past as well as upcoming projects. Please fill us in.
Thank you. Yeah. So my very first project was Crypto Titties. Just a fun project that I made as a joke. I made 250 little pixelated titties, and we donated 25% to the American Cancer Society. So far, we donated about $30,000, which was really cool. I wanted to expand on that and create more of a community and actually put a little more, basically I wanted to make something, one, on chain, and two, something that would be a little more beneficial for the long term. So I created She Survives. She Survives an NFT project. It's 10,000 women, and all of the women are bald. A lot of women after breast cancer, they can't grow hair or eyelashes or, those kind of things, and they don't often feel beautiful. So I wanted to create this project to make sure that not only did the women feel beautiful, but we're also donating 25% to the American Cancer Society as well, and going to be doing monthly grants for women that have been affected from cancer. So basically, I really believe in NFTs with a cause. So, if we're making, great money with JPEG images and all of that, I just don't see a reason why we wouldn't, make that number one, to give back to those, who built us up here. So, that's pretty much the broad scope of my project, just to basically make people feel beautiful and donate to breast cancer.
Love it. Thank you, Ashley. Okay. Also, my first space that I have had the pleasure of having Sadaf on. I've been looking through some of your content, some of the things you've been doing. Would love to hear a little bit about, who you are and what was the inspiration behind your project.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on here. First of all, shout out to Ashley. That is an incredible initiative. My mum has been through cancer 3 times, so she's battling her third one in the last 6 months. So, an incredible cause, and I'm definitely here for it and here to support you. Love Monster. Unfortunately, my partner is feeling under the weather today, so he is not on this call. But Liam is an incredibly talented artist who has been in this space, working with celebrities and kind of in the music industry, building lots of content. So everything from album artwork to video games for lots of A-list celebs, including, the likes of Beyonce, Meek Mill. He's even worked on Dan Bilzerian's emoji app. I don't know if you guys know that. It did get banned, but it was very successful when it did launch. So he's had a lot of experience in this space, and we kind of teamed up and brought his Love Monster, the brand itself, he created about 10 years ago. So it was something that he originally wanted to launch as a clothing line, and then kind of slept on that and got busy with everything else that he was doing. But we kind of brought it to life in these cute little Love Monster NFTs. So we are on the XRPL. We're not on the Ethereum blockchain. So it's a new space. It's the XRP community. They're very strong, very collaborative space. We are looking to launch the utility for the NFTs is a video game, so a mobile app. We are looking to launch that in May this year. So fingers crossed COVID doesn't interfere with our VIP launch party that we're looking to host in Vegas. Um, Lots of partnership announcements coming up. We've got a massive exchange listing also being announced on the 22nd. But yeah, so that's the summary in a nutshell. Looking forward to questions.
Very cool. Thank you, Sadaf. And so, just like more overall, with your project, where is it within the timeline of the project?
So in terms of roadmap, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like as of like where you are right now on the roadmap.
Yeah, so we are currently on round 3 of our token sales. We are doing a staggered approach with the sales there, and we're working towards the game launch, which is, well, hopefully April, but we've kind of just penciled in May at the moment, just given everything that's going on in the world. So yeah, so that's kind of where we're up to. We've also just launched a couple of weeks ago. We did launch our gaming roadmap version 2, which is expanding into the metaverse. So yeah, lots of things happening there.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. And let's go ahead and get Erin involved, the blonde broker, the one and only. All right, Erin, all you would love to hear what's going on with you and how your project is coming and what was the impetus behind it.
Hey, hey, hey. How are y'all?
Living it up.
How's my place?
Your place is really nice, not gonna lie. I haven't left it. It's so nice that I haven't left here in 3 days. I haven't even stepped out the door.
I know I need to come kidnap you, but it's the beautiful thing about downtown Dallas. You can kind of walk anywhere. Well, yeah. Nice to meet everyone. Nice to meet you, Sadaf. Nice to meet you, Rasha. Super excited to be up here with everyone. Love Gob for hosting all of these wonderful spaces. A little bit about myself. I am a stock trader. I started trading cryptocurrencies a couple years ago and dabbled into the NFT atmosphere in about March or April of this year. I started creating a collection that I've been working on slowly over the last 6 months. It is called the Unique Unicorns. We are a mental health community trying to help and reach as many people as we can possible. You spend most of your life inside of your head, and we need to make it a very nice and pleasant place to be. So we're trying to help and make everyone super excited and happy in the NFT community. And I love the team that I have had the pleasure to tack on to this project. So we're just, we're 10,000 unique unicorns providing therapy to the community, and we will be launching in February. We're kind of trying to take the process really slow to make sure that, everything is great. We have all of our organizations that we're donating to. We have a therapist in the Discord every single week doing group therapy sessions for everyone. And as someone who has struggled with mental health and finding a counselor that I really connected with and helped meet my needs. Took about a year, but I finally found a therapist and a psychiatrist that I really liked. We want to provide the free opportunity for others. So with COVID going on right now, it's kind of not ideal for people to go out, and they might not be comfortable meeting new people and talking face to face, or quite frankly, their insurance might not cover it, and might not be affordable at this time. So we're doing it for free, and I love helping people as much as I can, and I don't really care if someone necessarily owns a unique unicorn at a given point in time. If you want to come into the Discord and enjoy these free sessions and enjoy our upcoming yoga and meditation spaces, or just these fun game nights that we have with all the wonderful people, feel free to do so. I'm going to pin the unicorn tweet up at the top. And then ladies, for your projects, we typically in these spaces pin them at the top so any of the listeners can come in and check out our collections and look at all of our wonderful tweets. So if you haven't done that yet, you should. And yeah, I'm trying to fight the stigma. We have a big issue in the world, and it's if you break your leg, you break your arm, everyone runs up to you to sign your cast, and they want to make you feel better. But if you tell them you have anxiety, you have bipolar, you have schizophrenia, or any type of mental disorder, no one wants to fuck with you anymore. And they look at you now as this diseased person and who has an issue. And it's not. This is a beautiful, beautiful gift. And we're all different and we're all unique. And that's what the unique unicorns stand for. So, yeah.
Perfect, Erin. Well said. Okay, awesome. And I agree with her. You can go ahead, everybody, and throw your tweets up top. Let's bring it back to the Rogue Pandas for a few minutes. I do have, several questions lined up that I'd like to ask you. Let's start off with why pandas and why are you launching on Sol?
Okay. So why pandas? So when we started brainstorming like what our NFT space should be and what NFT we should do, there were a lot of ape projects in the market and they were dominating the market. But it would be very hard for me to justify my innovation in any project if it was just like an ape project. Right. So I decided it's definitely not going to be an ape project because no matter how hard I work, people would always say it's just a copy paste project. So why I decided to go for pandas, because I wanted to break all kinds of stereotypes and stigmas in the world, because pandas are black, they're white, they're brown, they're red, they're fat, they're Asian. Some of them say they're vegan. So basically, don't judge me. So that's why I chose pandas, because I found they were absolutely cool and they were silly, and they were the right thing for me to do because I didn't want any stereotypes. And why Solana? Um, Solana basically, with Ethereum, we all know it's the gas. So gas, if I were to launch anything on Ethereum, I would always be worried, what the gas fee would be. Would my project, die because the gas was very high on that one particular day? And plus Solana is also gaining a lot of momentum in the industry now. And I see a lot of people shifting to Solana, a lot of Ethereum whales shifting to Solana. And my experience personally in Solana has been fabulous. I cannot complain about anything so far. Everything is easy, everything is fast, and everything is better value. That's what I'll have to say here.
Love it, love it. So let's dig in a little bit more. So if anybody hasn't already, I highly recommend going into Rogue Pandas, into their link tree that's in their bio, and checking out their website. First off, the artwork is pretty wild. So you're the artist, right, Rashi?
Yes, I am.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Look at when you go on, just like some of the first artwork that you'll see of these pandas. Now, kind of what you wrote in here also is that you're going to be, I think you're the first meta casino launching on Sol, right?
I wouldn't say we are the first one, but we are going to be the first few ones. There's not many here, but we will be in the first few. We're not the first ones though. There is one or two, but yeah, we are going to put our best foot forward, and we're going to try hard to be the best one in Solana. We will be getting the best gaming experience we can on hand, and we're just hunting across the globe, and we're trying to get the best Unreal 3D engine graphics. And the goal and the vision here is to give my investors and anybody who's going to come in the casino a beautiful experience, something that they appreciate and love to be there. So it's just to justify that.
Right. So explain to us kind of like how this works, right? How do I, as a person, access this metaverse casino? How does my NFT fit into that? And what is that experience like?
Okay, so just like any other crypto casino, the access is just the same. So basically, you need to have a crypto wallet, and that crypto wallet needs to hold my NFT in it, and also I will be releasing my Rogue Panda tokens. That's my metaverse casino currency. So my NFT holders will be getting some free Rogue Panda tokens in their wallet just by staking the NFT. And these tokens are basically my metaverse casino currency. They will be able to use this currency to buy gaming chips, placing bets, etc., etc. And so you just connect your wallet, you enter into the casino, you play, you have a nice time, and just like any other, but it will all be on a blockchain. And one thing that we are personally doing in this one here is that 50% of the proceeds and profits that come from the casino are going directly to my NFT holders' wallet. So that's all I've got to say here.
Perfect. Cool. So a couple of other questions on there. Also, it sounds like there might be like a bird or something in the background. I'm not sure, like a little bit of a tweeting.
Sorry.
Fitting for Twitter. No worries. So I know that, and this is going to be a common theme through a lot of these, and then I'll go over to USADOP afterwards. There are charitable components to your project, and there's a lot of charitable components to, a bunch of these projects. Can you elaborate on, what the charitable component is with the Rogue Pandas?
Okay, first of all, I would just like to appreciate what all other women here are doing. Like I've heard Ashley Sadaf and the Blonde Broker, and I love how they're taking care of the mental health, the breast cancer, and everything. I really appreciate it, number one. Number two here is that I've been raised by Indian parents, okay? So so education in third world countries is something that's not it's basically a luxury, it's a privilege that women get there still. And whenever I would say, Mom, I don't want to study, and she would always say, you know what, you're very lucky that you're getting to study, because not every woman in India gets to study here, and many other third world countries. So what we've done here is that we've come up with 10 honorary NFTs. They have been deployed in my contract, and any trading, any revenue generated from these 10 NFTs would go directly into 10 different NGOs. Some of them, for example, is Malala Fund. So Malala Fund is basically who supports education for women. They fight with stereotypes. They get them all the learning materials. They provide them places to live and study and educate themselves. Then we have Women for Women International. They support women across the globe. For example, they find women. So when I met Women for Women International, they introduced me to this lady, and all she was asking was for $25. She said, if I had $25, if somebody could donate me, I would just buy some seeds, put up in my farm, and get something for my kids and something like that, or just like $100 to buy herself maybe a kettle or something. So things like this really encouraged me to help and support women across the globe who are fighting for their family, who are war survivors, who are COVID survivors, and who are just fighting for basic rights like education. So we're sending all the revenue generated from any of these 10 NFTs. They're all one-on-one and they're the rarest. And so anything that is generated from the trading or anything would go directly into my NFT holder's wallet and would also go into the donations.
Love to see it. Yeah, that's a really, really great concept and component of these projects. And I like that a lot of the projects up here definitely are giving back with that money, both to the holders as well as to other things. And we'll get to the stuff that you're giving to holders with the passive staking income in a couple of minutes. Want to just bring back in our other speakers for a couple of minutes here. So, Sadaf, I saw your hand up.
Yeah, I actually had a question for Rashi. So you like it's incredible that you're looking to incorporate some sort of a casino, but can you give us just some information on what you're doing to get across, some of the regulatory measures and implications that come with that?
So number one, we are applying for the Curacao license. That's the gaming license for all the casinos, um, and that's basically as far as my research goes, that's the biggest license that anybody can get for a casino or a gaming project, and we are definitely on it, and we are getting that on board.
Never hurts to have a license. Okay. Okay. So just wanted to throw another question, back and forth with kind of like the blonde broker and Ashley, and that was about kind of community right here. So one of the things that I was looking for when I was looking at the pandas was community, right? So I kind of wanted to go and take a look at the Discord and see people being active and see people talking. That's how you're going to drive a lot of everything. So, Erin, you've been building up your community. You now have 2.6 thousand people in your Discord. I've seen that swelling nicely. You're doing spaces on a daily basis. What do you think are some of the most important aspects? And we're going to discuss this more for anyone that's interested. This is like, I guess, a prequel to tomorrow night. We're going to do a whole space on community. But kind of like what has been going on within yours that you, as the proponent at the top, right, the person who's leading it all, how have you positively influenced it and kind of shaped it into maybe a mold of what you want it to be? And has it morphed into anything that surprised you with, activity or people interacting in a way that you didn't even expect?
Yeah, of course. I want to say thank you for noticing that too. I know some of y'all are in the Discord as well, and I really appreciate it. Being a founder of an NFT project that means a lot to you is extremely stressful, especially when I was new to the NFT community. I didn't really appreciate what went into making an NFT. I really thought it was a copy paste, posted on the blockchain, and it'll get sold, and it was easy. That is not the case. There is a lot of your artwork that goes involved. There's a lot of perfecting your artwork. If you don't have a developer, you have to teach yourself how to code. You have to be able to make a beautiful smart contract with thousands and thousands of lines. You have to come up with a good smart engine. You have to have a website that actually supports the blockchain. You have to have a team for all of this. Not only are you relying on tweeting on Twitter and getting the word out about your project and letting people know how important this is to you, you have to create a Discord, somewhere where everyone can actually go and make these connections. So running a Discord is not easy to do by yourself, which I'm very, very, very thankful for my group of friends that are helping me do this as well. We all came together through gaming, and we've all faced adversity and struggled with mental health together. And this was something that a lot of my friends luckily were passionate about. So I have a team and a few mods in the Discord that have done a great job providing information to everyone. And we do a lot of giveaways and just try to keep the community involved. So not only are you tweeting on Twitter, but you need to, make sure everyone's having a great day. Like, that's kind of the biggest thing is, what do you need help with? What are you struggling with? Or, what are you eating for lunch? Something like that. And if someone asks me what I'm eating for lunch, I get excited. I want to tell them, like, what exactly is on my on my plate. So let me see your pets. What kind of pets do you have at home? And I think people really love it because it's personal. It's not, you're not just buying art and waiting to see if the price goes up. Like, you're actually investing into a collection and a project that means something to you, and you're making friends. This entire project is about friendship. If I can help one person connect with someone else, and that connection is strong enough to maybe keep them here on this earth and decide that, you know, their life is worth it and they don't want to leave everything that they've built or their families, I've done my job. And the community that I've built, they're so loving and awesome, and they're very appreciative. I'll get in there and these people will sit there and say, like, you know, I lost my wife to so and so, or, you know, I lost my job, and they thought about ending it all right there. And someone else picks right up and says, you know what, dude, I've done the same thing, and I'm here today, and I got through it, and you can too. And it's all about helping each other and feeling loved. And the community aspect of the NFT world is amazing. It's awesome. Like, the fact that we're all here, it's 5:30 p.m. where I'm at. We're on a space on Twitter, which is crazy how, like, innovative we are, talking to each other about female-led NFT projects, like projects that we are underrepresented in the community first off, but we're here supporting each other, and we're here trying to help each other's communities and lift each other up. And the Discord is a really crucial part of that in the community itself. And if I could give any tips on getting people actually into the Discord, it would be to give out some whitelist spots. Like, definitely people who see the whitelist, yeah, they'll know that there's some utility to it and that they might get a cheaper price by doing the whitelist, but they'll see that once they're whitelisted, they're kind of ahead of the game. They're ahead of everyone else. They for sure get the chance to mint part of your collection. And people are eager. Like, they're like, ooh, yeah, I want to be one of the first people on the pre-sale day to get a unique unicorn. And it's like, yeah, you were OG. You were one of the very first supporters of the community. You can even give them OG, or we have unicorn helper roles or unicorn boosters. And these are people who come in and, like, really hype everyone up. And they're like, hey, you're having a bad day. Like, look in the mirror and tell yourself, like, you're fucking hot. You look good. You are loved. You're here, and you can do anything that you put your mind to. And those people, that's who you want in your Discord. You want people that are going to sit there and turn your day around just because they're a genuine human being. And that's what I love. I absolutely fall in love with this Discord and the community that we're building. And if I can help anybody in the Discord, I know I'll be in Ashley's a lot with her project that is so dear to me, and she's done a really badass job with it. I'm going to help her Discord out, and if girls, you guys need help as well, let me know, and I'll come in there and, you know, just say hi to everyone and see what's up. And if anybody needs help, we're here.
Perfect. Thank you. And great tips there as well, and advice for others. I actually, I just pinned up top a video that looks like Rogue Pandas took of their Discord of when people are just like being active in it. So that was pretty cool to see. Okay, Sadaf, how about yourself? How did you go about building your community?
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, that was yeah, a great little introduction into building communities. Sorry, I didn't actually catch your name, so I'm gonna have to call you the blonde broker. But yeah, it is definitely all about community. We initially announced the project and started building the community on a Facebook page that was dedicated to XRP holders. So it kind of started there, and then obviously the push we had on our Twitter pages, and that's kind of how it all started. But yeah, it was primarily focusing on, you know, the XRP community, and they're a pretty strong community. I'm sure you guys are all across that. And then it was just word of mouth from there. So we have maintained a very organic community, and like it was mentioned here, it's so important to do that, to make sure that you know, the community that you're building is quality. It's not just about the numbers and how many people you can shove into a Discord channel. You do want the conversations to be rich. You want those conversations to be, a place that they can connect with each other. And yeah, so it's a mix of XRP holders and then gamer heads, and that kind of combined with each other has just organically grown a really strong community for us.
Love it. Love it. Thank you. Okay. And Ashley, wanted to kind of get you involved. I actually wanted to ask you, and then I'll bring it back to, Rogue Pandas. I got several more questions for them. Ashley, what does the roadmap look like for your current project?
Well, it's kind of the last project that I did. I didn't really do a roadmap. It was more about like fun and that kind of thing. But this one is a little more intricate. So really, it's basically making like one ongoing donation. So not only percent be donated on sales, but for the royalties as well. I'm going to be doing auctions. I partnered with American Cancer Society in working on another partnership with Keep Abreast and a couple of other organizations to do things like auctions, like events as well. I'm going to be doing, as I discussed before, some grants every month. Like basically, someone shares a story of somebody struggling, anything like that. So a lot of my roadmap has that kind of utility, not the traditional sort of utility as, I'm going to make a game or I'm going to do this or that. It's all about focusing on the charity aspect of it, because that's, the basis of the project. Something else I plan on doing too is giving back to the community. I'm going to be doing some giveaways. Once the project sells out, we're going to be doing a Tesla giveaway, as well as several other giveaways that are kind of dependent on the community. I want to start. I've got something brewing in the background. I can't really get into too many details. It's kind of like very similar to a DAO, but it's like basically I want it to be like a percentage that is not donated to breast cancer, like basically a percentage like 10% or something. I haven't decided the full amount, but I want every month for the community to be able to choose an organization to donate to. So basically, every month, there could be a vote on, what organization should we donate to this month. So that's really the main, part of the roadmap. It may not be as exciting as others, but I'm just passionate about the giving back aspect.
Love it. Love it. Did y'all see Trust Wallet just popped in here for a minute? That was fun. Okay, bringing it. Yeah, you saw that, Ashley? All right, bringing it back to the Rogue Pandas. So two things. One, I'd love for you to walk us through your roadmap, and then number two, I went through your Instagram and you're kind of showing people that they're able to actually earn passive income by staking their pandas. So I'd love for you to walk us through that process, kind of how that works, in addition to the roadmap.
Okay, so in terms of our roadmap, we've set up different milestones. Like, for example, what we've done, the first milestone would be at 15%. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to stabilize the floor price. Sometimes when you do a lot of free giveaways and collaborations, when you give out your NFTs and all that stuff, there are a lot of flippers in the industry who try to sell, because they got it for free, they try to sell it at a cheaper price. So that's very disturbing for the floor price. So what we've done here is just to stabilize the floor price, we will be getting some liquidity out in the wallet so that we can really take care of the floor price, so that my investors are happy and the floor is great. The other thing that we would be doing is at 25%, which is the next milestone. What we are going to do is we're going to pick up 10 numbers, random numbers, and whoever holds that number's NFT. So for example, if I do like a raffle and there's like a hashtag 10, hashtag 12, hashtag 400 or whatever 10 numbers that come up, I'm going to give them free NFTs. And then at 50%, I'm going to double up So this is Rogue Pandas, and then there is another series that's a derivative of this one, that's the Mutant Pandas. So what I'm going to do is whoever holds Rogue Pandas in their wallet, I will be giving them a free Mutant Panda as well once we hit 50%. At 75% milestone. So this is when, so 75% and 100% are the one that's getting us a lot of hype. So what we're going to do at 75% is that we are going to pick up 5 random numbers who are going to receive 50 Solana each in their wallet. So it's just a giveaway, giving back to the community. And then at 100% mint, we will be picking up 3 random numbers. And whoever holds that number NFT would be eligible to claim a free Tesla Model 3 car, or if they're like in like very far from us and they can't have the car, they can get in 50K in cryptocurrency. So 3 winners, 3 Tesla cars, or in cryptocurrency, 50K in cryptocurrency if they like. And then about staking, was that the next question?
Yep.
So staking, basically what we're doing here is we will be releasing our Rogue Panda tokens positively 1 week after the mint. And these tokens, so whoever holds my NFT, there will be our own website, and they will be able to stake their NFTs, and they will be able to claim my Rogue Panda tokens in their wallet. Now, usually what happens, staking is very popular these days, and there are a lot of NFTs that are doing staking. But what makes us different here is that our Rogue Panda NFT has a utility, so as our Rogue Panda tokens, because they are going to be a metaverse casino currency. So people could use these tokens in the currency to play games and place bets, etc., etc. So this is how the whole cycle of passive income is going to work. So basically, you buy an NFT, you get Rogue Panda token in your wallet. You spend that Rogue Panda token wallet into the casino. If you win, very good. If you lose, even then the profit is going, 50% of the profit is going back to the community. And the more you play, the more points you earn. And so it's a whole cycle where basically everybody's enjoying, everybody's happy and playing, and at the same time having good investment and good returns on investment.
Perfect. Thank you for that explanation. Couple of follow-up questions on that. When they're staking, there's the token, there's the casino, there's kind of like different pieces that all seem to be coming together here. When somebody looks at your project at Rogue Pandas, like, what do you want the project to be seen as? What do you think is like the main focus here that people should be like, this is why I'm going to buy in?
So the main vision here is to make a strong project. I am not a person, and I do not believe in pumps and dumps. So I could have done everything, all at once. I could have done the casino, I could have done the tokens every day at once. It's not that. I really wanted to build this a strong project, a project and an NFT that gives you a long-term holdings and long-term relationships. It gives you high utility. And I want to take pride in my investors holding this NFT. Like, I would love my investors to flex that, I'm a Rogue Panda holder. And I want to take this project one day at a time, one step at a time, and build it. I would definitely try to build it as one of the best Solana projects that is in the market and is yet to come in the market. And we are going to go with the trends. If there's anything that's coming up, we will expand our horizon in the gaming industry, anything, and we will try to be one of the topmost Solana projects in the industry that has been there and that is yet to come. We are also trying to grab attention from bigger people. For example, very recently, we got some attention from Jason Derulo. Like, he liked our Instagram tweets, and there was a message from him. And so we're trying to go organically here, and we want to give back to the community. And it's something we're here trying to build a very strong community, a community where people take pride of holding the token, and we take pride in having such a strong community itself. That's where the whole vision is lying here.
It must be exciting times for you. Can you lay out just like how long you've been working on this, like from when you got into crypto and NFTs, and when you are going to allow people to start minting and how they can mint.
Okay, so minting is going live on 12th of January, UTC 8 p.m. So it's
So
less than
tomorrow.
24 hours. Yes, for me it's tomorrow, but I don't know for a lot of time zones. I don't know what date it is. So that's why I'm saying it's 12th of January, UTC 8 p.m. It's roughly it's 7 a.m. for me tomorrow morning. So that's when the minting is going live. In terms of our background in crypto and NFT, we've been in NFT, I guess, maybe 2017, couple of years back, just when there was a lot of boom in the industry. When there was a lot of boom in the industry, and um, when there was a lot of talk about cryptocurrency, where everybody was educating you on what cryptocurrencies are. So that's when we got into cryptocurrencies. And but in terms of NFTs, I think we really got into NFTs in late 2020, when we actually got into NFTs by listening to Gary Vee, because we followed him and we would listen to a lot of his podcasts and all that stuff. So that's where we got into it. So yeah, that's pretty all.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, so it sounds like it's been years in the making, and they are minting tomorrow. One more time, if you're not already checked out the Rogue Pandas, please do click into that bio and check them out. Throw them a follow, and I know I'm following them. Okay, let's keep it going. Going to bring in some of other speakers again. So, Sadaf, I wanted to kind of throw it back to you to give a little bit more, color onto how you got into NFTs as well, because we've heard a little bit about, right, like your project with Love Monster. We have some of that stuff pinned up top. You're also dealing with mobile gaming. Maybe if you want to explain, why you wanted to go into the gaming area too, just a little bit more color all around.
Yeah, sure. So I got into crypto about the same time, so 2017, right before the big bull run. So my I was working at a bank back then, and I had a really good friend who kind of came up to me and said, "Don't ask me any questions, just put some money on these two tokens," and it was XRP and Ethereum. So I trusted him a lot, and I didn't ask him any questions, and I said, "Okay, tell me what to do," and he helped me with the onboarding phase, and I got, I think, XRP at about 14 cents and Ethereum at $190. And then we saw the entire, the bull run, euphoria, and then the downfall. And I was obviously left holding my bags, and he told me not to touch it and just kind of leave it there. So since then, it was just a journey of kind of educating myself around what the hell did I just get into, and what happened to all the money that I invested, which obviously paid off this year, and in 2020. But it was a long process, and it was a process of making sure that I am across what this new phase is, and what this new I guess generation of digital currencies were. In terms of NFTs, NFTs they're pretty new to me. So it was the craze from I think end of 2020, and then kind of being around the space in 2021. I've had a lot of people. So I do a lot of consulting. That's my gig on the side, and the consulting is generally around anything to do with finance, startups. I've worked with a few big institutions in Silicon Valley as well, and I had a lot of people reach out to me about partnering up and helping their project from the ground up, and nothing really resonated with me the way this project did. And when Liam and I kind of met, and we were exchanging like the synergies. So for him, his background, extremely talented artist with a lot of, like, he's very seasoned. He's very experienced. He got into crypto in 2013, and I felt like we were kind of completing each other in some of the areas that uh, basically we complemented each other. So so it kind of went from there, and then brainstorming, making sure that we've got some sort of utility that comes with this. And he had some great ideas, and that's what kind of got me into actually going ahead with someone who's reached out to me about a project and wanting to partner up. So it was his background, his experience, and the fact that he's delivered so many incredible games already that have been, plenty of number one games in the App Store. And I really wanted to be a part of that and make sure that, I can help him bring that to life. And that's kind of how it happened.
Perfect, perfect. Well, it's pretty cool that you were able to kind of just roll into that area that was your passion, right? And dive down, and now it's becoming, is this like basically the career for you?
Yeah. So there's, I do a lot of work with several different projects, and obviously some of them I can't actually announce, but there have been, a few projects that I've worked on with Solana, and then there's a couple on the Hedera hashgraph. So, but this for me was definitely the one I kind of shoved everything else to the side and thought, this is the one I'm going to take all the way. But yeah, I agreed.
Perfect. Ashley, I want to throw a kind of a unique question at you. So when I was, wanting to do something to line this up, I actually asked you to look into, Rogue Pandas for me. I feel like you're my resident due diligence person. We asked them several questions, they answered, and that's why we brought them on space, because as everybody that's in the audience I'm sure knows, like I don't just bring a lot of random projects on my spaces. I really do vet people and try to go through, the ringer there. So Ashley, what should people be looking for when they're doing due diligence on an NFT project?
One of the main things that I look for is like if the team is doxed. Like I do not work with NFT projects that are not doxed, and especially not crypto either. With NFT projects, since a lot of the time, like some NFTs are kind of PFP projects anyway, it's not as, it's still concerning a lot, but it's not as concerning as crypto. But with NFT projects, you don't necessarily need to look for a roadmap, because not all NFTs are created that way. A lot of them are just created for the art. But you want to make sure you check their contracts. Something we've been doing every night. I'm sure some of y'all know Hello, I'm Morgan. She's been doing late night DGen spaces, and we've had Nate up there. He's big into doodles, and he actually live reviewed a contract with us on the space and found that one NFT project that was minting used the exact same contract as the doodles, so you could even tell what the rare tokens would be long before they revealed, which was actually pretty common. So a lot of people don't look at the contract, and that's something that you have to do. Because let's say let's say you have like a really rare NFT, and you go to sell it at like the floor price before it reveals. You would have never known you had that rare NFT. Somebody kind of snipes it from you because they knew that information, because they had access to the contract. So you don't really want that, because you want the rarity to kind of, one, be a secret, and two, it's just kind of sloppy to use a contract like that. Like if you're making a more serious project. So that's one thing to look for. Another thing is just the quality of their posts. Like if you see that they have a lot of followers and a lot of Discord people, but they do not like have active engagement. It's just like, projects approaching you with like, a person with 100K followers asked to promote you, but you look at their page and they have, 5 to 10 likes per post. It's more than likely that they bought their following, or they bought their Discord bots, or, whatever it may be. So that's a huge thing to look for. And I think Rogue Pandas had mentioned this before, but overhyped projects usually die very quickly, especially after reveal. It's pretty common knowledge. I've had several NFT projects. If you see just insane hype, honestly, I would avoid buying until after reveal. So those are a few pointers that I have.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Perfect. Okay. And Aaron wanted to throw one more over to you, and then I have a few more questions for Rogue Pandas, and then we'll probably move into a little bit of wrap up so everybody has some time, because there's going to be more spaces in the evening. So, Aaron, for yourself, And I'm actually going to ask the same question real quick after. What's been the biggest challenge so far with creating this project, and how have you overcome it?
Mm. That's a tough question, man. I think, honestly, and this is ironic enough, the biggest challenge is not running myself into the ground and stressing out and like trusting the process, because we're not half-assing these collections. Like, I don't know anyone who has. I personally have not been rug pulled on a project. I'm super thankful. I do a lot of research before buying, and I tend to support my friends, and I will buy their projects and hold for a long time. You can't rush like your launch date, which I've had to slowly figure out and like push back, because there's a lot of thought and time and like consideration that goes into your project and what it stands for and what it means. And I think with part of that, I'm so hard on myself when I make a video for the collection and I don't like a certain like scene in the video, and then I'm spent like time editing on it, or something about the website frustrated me, or not as many people participated in a giveaway as I wanted, or I want to give away more stuff. It's like a lot of things you have to sit and hold off. That's not what's important. Like, the bigger picture is that you yourself were able to participate in the NFT community, and you yourself were able to push out a collection that is helpful. Everybody up here is doing something to better someone else, or we're doing it for a good cause. And I think we need to really like pat ourselves on the back and be like, you did something that you helped. Like, you helped change the world, and it could be a small way, as small as selling a JPEG, but you're helping somebody and you're doing good. And I think it's being hard on myself has been the hardest part on this project, and remaining positive. And it's ironic because it's a mental health project, and I'm absolutely shitting on my mental health while I'm making it. But just knowing that it's going to be okay. Like, it will be okay.
So, yes, so I've seen. It's been a journey. I like
It
it.
has been a journey.
No diggity, no doubt. Rogue Pandas, same question to you. I've seen Aaron's process, but I haven't, seen kind of the backstory to yours. What has been some of the challenges that you've encountered? How have you overcome them while building out this project? I would say the audience is a great time to listen up, as, these are people that are doing it successfully, and if there's something you're interested in, definitely something to learn from.
Okay, so I would like to start by saying that this is my first NFT project. Basically, I never had it in my mind that I could be a creator. It was basically Rish, who said that, we could be creators too. So initially when I started the project, I really thought I would just do like one-on-ones, and I would just put it on OpenSea or a platform like that. And that's what I wanted to, what was in my back head. But as I started to move on and I started to start with the journey, there are a lot of things that I realized. So I even did not know that most of the NFTs were AI generated. So I would use this platform to educate some of the people that if you're looking to be a creator, there are a lot of things that happen. So basically, all you have to do is come up with some traits. You can have them layered, like you can have a background, you can have a base file, then you can put whatever traits you like what kind of eyes, what kinds of accessories or clothing you like. So, for example, in Rogue Pandas, we have a background, then we have a panda base, then we have some clothing, we have some head accessories, we have some expressions like eyes and all that stuff. So that's how the layering goes, and they are all randomly generated through a code, and you can easily access those code through a developer. You can Google it, and you can find some devs, and they can help you do that. The second thing is, which is like one of the most important thing in NFT spaces these days, is marketing. So because me and Rish, we were new to the NFT space, we were actually rug pulled by a marketing company. So we put our because I was working full time it was a single artist kind of a project, so I was working all day, And so I was basically not doing any jobs or anything. I was just relying on my investments and everything. So we put a lot of funds into this NFT space, and we were actually rug pulled 2 times by 2 marketing companies who said that, we are good marketing people, we're number one, this and this. And so they took our money and never answered back. And we really thought that we should quit because we didn't have any funds or anything. But we always supported each other, me and Rish, and we said it's okay, we can do it. And then we kept pushing and pushing. And if you guys are thinking of being creators, do your due diligence on marketing companies as well. And there are a lot of scams going out there. People just take your money and run away. And like how Ashley just said, that you have to say that if you're paying any influencer, or if you're finding any influencer who might be willing to do a tweet for you, just make sure that it's pretty genuine, it has a genuine audience. Basically, if you want to reach out to your to the community, and if you want to reach out to the right audience, it has to be organic. It will take time. Anybody who says that we'll sell your project in 10 days, it's a scam. It takes a good 3 to 4 months to create the NFTs, and a similar timeline to promote the NFTs and reach your audience. It has to be organic. And anybody who says that I will get you 100,000 members on your Discord, don't believe that. It's all going to be bots. So for example, Rogue Pandas have 18,000 something server members on the server, but we are all organic. I don't know how many bots and scammers we have kicked out of our server. And we started with 1 member, and then it 15 and 10, and then it compounded to 100, and then it was 500. First 1,000 we were so excited, and then it was 5,000. So it starts compounding organically, and that's the right way to do it. And so there's a lot of hard work that goes in there, and also with the dev. So basically, there are a lot of Ethereum devs out there, but Solana is a very so NFT itself is a new space, but Solana is even more newer, if you understand what I mean. So there are not many Solana devs in the market. There are not many devs who understand Rust and how to write contracts. So you have to do your due diligence in that, because when I was creating these NFTs, I did come up with a lot of projects where even if the creator was right, the NFTs wouldn't mint because there was some problem with the contract writing and all that stuff. There were some errors. And so in terms of Rogue Pandas, what we have done is we have partnered with Magic Eden Launchpad. What Magic Eden Launchpad means is basically we give Magic Eden our JSONs, which is all the rarities and everything. We give them our metadata, and we give them our art. We just give everything to Magic Eden, and they deploy the contract for us. So there's another thing when you're doing your due diligence while looking into projects, is that if there's any project that's launching on Magic Eden Launchpad specifically, that means it's the least that you have to worry about, that it is a rug pull, because it's deployed by the Magic Eden. So this is what Rogue Pandas has been deployed by Magic Eden, and we will be launching on their launchpad. And the pressure is a bit less here because I think the launch will be pretty smooth. And yeah, so there's a lot of things on the creator side. There's a lot of hard work. You have to draw and draw, and you have to come up with new traits. If you're a very dedicated creator, you just want to have the best traits out. You have to keep searching and looking and innovating and finding the devs and finding the right marketing team and putting a lot of efforts. And it's a lot of hard work. So I don't remember me and Rish sleeping for more than 5 hours in the last 6 months. And that too, I sleep for 2 hours, Rish is up for 2 hours, and I sleep for 2 hours. It's just like that. It's a whole, it's a very time consuming, and it takes a lot from you, but it's all worth it. The community is fabulous out there. The hype is real, and it's all worth it. This is all what I can say right now.
I love the passion there behind that, because I think there was a ton of good info, but it's clear that you've kind of been through the ringer with it, right? And actually put in the hours and had to learn, in some cases the hard way. So I'm glad, it's coming around to that, and that you did go ahead and build a lot of that organically. Did you do a whitelist or anything like that? Again, like the Rogue Panda is mint tomorrow. Is there a way for, people to guarantee a spot or anything along those lines?
So I would also like to bring this to everybody's notice that when we say whitelist, so basically, what was whitelist? Whitelist was basically when you could mint an NFT for a discounted price than any other NFT. So, for example, if there was an NFT in the market, the mint price was 1 Solana. Just because I worked hard to build the community, I did a lot of invites, I did some tasks, I would be whitelisted and I would be able to mint the NFT for a cheaper price, let's say zero point 0.7 or something like that. But these days, because the industry has gone so competitive and everybody's just not understanding the logic behind it, and they just do it for the sake because everybody's doing it, they just do whitelist. They say, oh, you have a guaranteed, like you have a spot there and you can mint and all that stuff. But what we, because our NFT already is at a very fair price, which is 0.777 Solana, so we didn't do any whitelist. What we did instead was just to, for anybody who was doing some tasks like invites or anything, we were just paying them by giving them a Solana every day. So we have 1 Solana giveaway every day in our server. So we don't have a whitelist, but it's going to be like a fair mint. It's first come, first serve.
Perfect. Thank you for explaining that. Okay, we've run a little bit over an hour. We're going to go around and give everybody a few more minutes just to give any closing remarks and anything that they want to share that I didn't hit on today. We covered first off, for each of the people that are up here, incredible panel. Please make sure that you're following each one of these incredible women. They are leading some projects that are going to change the world, to be honest. If you look at the charitable donations that they're doing, the mines that they're going to be saving, the games and the joy they'll be giving people. There's so much up here to value. I'm excited to see where it goes, and we'll be along for the ride. Of course, we'll have all these accounts back on our spaces as we continue to do weekly NFT spaces kind of along the way. So really enjoying everything going on there. Please make sure that you're following each one of them. Really, really great follows that I'm here to vouch for, and I'm following all of them. With that being said, let's kick it off with any closing remarks, anything you want to share. The floor is yours. Ashley, would you like to go first?
Sure, yeah. Just want to give a shout out to all the ladies up here and to you, Gav. Spaces like these are really productive, and I love where this community is heading. I've seen so many more charitable NFTs around, so many NFTs with such utility, like the gaming aspect. There's so many things to look forward to in this community. Thank you all for listening to each of us. Hopefully you'll join one of our projects or all of our projects if you like them. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to the next space.
Awesome. Yep. And there's a bunch of stuff tagged up top. If anybody wants to check out these projects, you can just click up into the nest and you can see that all there. And of course, if you're following these people, you'll be seeing them on spaces. I know that Ashley does spaces pretty much every night. She'll be on one of my spaces tomorrow, along with others. We're going to keep it rolling. So Sadaf, wanted to come to you, and big thank you for coming on, one of my spaces for the first time. And we got, here, about 10 minutes from you, and hope you'll come on another, and we'll get more from you next time.
Thank you so much for having me here and for creating a space for everyone. I think it was some great content here. Apart from, we had I could feel the passion in every project when they were discussing it, but more so the education that kind of comes in hand when you're just naturally talking about these projects. I think that's very valuable. And thank you for contributing to this space.
Absolutely a pleasure to have you on. Everyone definitely check out what Sadaf is doing. It's cool that we can be here on different sides of the world having a conversation and having a similar shared passion. So I really do like that. Okay, and over to Erin. Big shout out to Erin for being an awesome host and a great speaker on Spaces. Get it? Because you're not the host on here, but you're the host in real life. Okay, with that being said, Erin, any closing thoughts?
Why, thank you. I did just want to say, I really appreciate, this women-led space. This is really badass for you to give us a platform, Gav. I do want to reach out to you guys later after the space. I'm not sure if we were messaging during, but I'd like to give y'all a unicorn or kind of do something where we can help support each other's projects. So definitely look out for that later. And I followed both of y'all, follow the projects as well. I just want to say, keep kicking ass. And if anyone in the Discord is looking for a a safe space to go and vent, or you're struggling with mental health, or you had a rough day and you're just looking for a fun-loving community, come join the Unique Unicorns Discord. We're here to support you. We're growing as well. We are not minting until February, just so we can keep building this wonderful community. And yeah, I love everything that we're all doing, and definitely love the artwork. So let's just keep kicking ass. I think I had like more things that I wanted to talk about, but oh yeah, Goff. Next one, can I do a giveaway?
You can do a giveaway in any space you'd like.
I should have said let's do a giveaway in this one. I definitely want to give away one of my unique unicorn from the Christmas collection that I did. I still think they're super badass. Yeah, let's do a giveaway. So everyone on the space, if you want a chance to win a Christmas collection of the Unique Unicorn, definitely it counts towards the original collection. If you hold 3, then you get to mint a baby uni going into the metaverse. Our game is a Webkin styled. I don't know if anybody's ever played Webkins, but our mental health, or our health bar is actually our mental health bar. So we're relating things that you can do in the metaverse to real life to help work on our mental health IRL as well. And they're super stinking freaking cute. But let's do a giveaway. I'd love to help give one out. I do a lot of giveaways on the Unique Unicorn page and myself. So if anyone's ever interested in winning one, just come over there and basically just retweet, or I don't know. Fuck, reach out to me if you want one. I'll do it.
Perfect.
But awesome.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Looking forward to the giveaway, and to my co-host Rogue Panda, want to give you an opportunity. If there anything that we didn't hit on, would love to throw it over to you to share any closing remarks from the Rogue Pandas.
I would just like to say thank you to everybody here, to you, to Ashley, Sadaf, the Blonde Broker, everybody, and all the audiences who have been here. It's very nice, and I feel blessed that there is a platform like this where a women founder can come out and speak. And I'm really sorry if I was struggling with my accent and everything. And I just want to say thank you. And I would also like to say that we would also be doing a giveaway here as well. So just if you join our Discord and let us know you were in the space, we'd give a free NFT here. Um, and we are very excited for Rogue Pandas. Fingers crossed. I hope it's a very successful mint, and I would love to connect with everybody. And also, if you are a creator and you need any help and you need anything that you want to talk to, I'm always you know where to find me. You can just leave a message, and I'm always there to help anybody and everybody who's there. If you have any questions, if you're a first time creator, just let me know. I'm here to help as well. And thank you for supporting Rogue Pandas, and thank you for hosting a space like this. And I'm very glad, and I'm very thankful to everybody out here.
Thank you for coming on. Honestly, some of the stuff that you talked us through with how to find the right marketing team, how to build a community, like some of that stuff I had actually not really heard before at all. So I feel like this was great. I learned, some new stuff. I hope the audience learned new stuff. For everyone that can see, this was recorded both internally on Twitter as well as recorded by our guy Wade Stonks in the audience at Wade Stonks. That way we can throw this onto YouTube, Spotify, every other platform where you listen to podcasts. You will be able to re-listen to this. Once again, you just heard it from Rogue Pandas. If you click in and you go into their Discord, shoot them a message that you were in the space. You have the ability to, I don't know if it's entering into the raffle for the free NFT, but definitely an opportunity to get one. Tomorrow night, we'll be doing another NFT space at, I think, 7 p.m. EST. The Blonde Broker said she's going to give away one on that. So just opportunities from coming into these spaces. I'm going to be back on spaces in 47 minutes for a stock market sentiment space with a bunch of stock picking with a very full panel. We'll have over 30 different stock picks for the rest of the week. So if that's your thing, feel free to join up on that. Thank you to everybody who followed the Wolf account during this. Our goal for this year is 1,500 hours of spaces, about 30 hours a week. So ambitiously on our way there. And big shout out again to all of our speakers that came on. We will have all of them back on future spaces. It is not just a one-time thing that we're just highlighting these female-led NFT projects. We've done several spaces, I think, that have been female-focused, and I've just honestly been blessed with a lot of really good friends that are kind of in the space and are mentoring me and hosting me and all this really cool stuff. So thank you to everybody for joining in. And if you had anything that you want to follow up on, feel free to DM either myself or the accounts up here. And if not, then we'll see you in the next space.